It starts with $20, not 100, not an envelope. $20, folded under a gas station receipt on the passenger seat of a car you just pulled over for a busted taillight. You're 7 months on the force. Badge still feels heavy on your chest. You pull the driver over, walk up, tap the window. He's calm. Too calm for someone with expired tags and a cracked windshield. You look down and see it. $20. He doesn't say a word, just stares straight ahead. $20 isn't money. It's a test. You pocket it, write him a warning, walk back to your cruiser, sit there for 5 minutes staring at the steering wheel. You tell yourself it was nothing. You tell yourself $20 doesn't mean anything. That's exactly what they want you to think. 6 weeks later, $300 shows up in a brown envelope tucked into your gym bag in the locker room. No note, no name, just cash and the understanding that someone is watching you. Someone decided you passed the first test and moved you to the next level. You ask around, quietly, carefully. The older guys on your shift, the ones who drive cars that don't match their salary, who take long lunches and never seem to have second jobs, they just smile. One of them says, "The city doesn't pay us what we're worth. Never has." That's all he says. That's all he needs to say. You keep the money. Tell yourself it's temporary. 3 months in, a man finds you at a sports bar 2 blocks from the precinct. He knows your name, your badge number, your mother's address, your schedule, down to which nights you work overtime. He sets a drink in front of you and slides a folded paper across the bar. Inside, $2,500 and a single typed line. Patrol Elm and 9th, Tuesdays, 10 p.m. to midnight. Park. Be visible. That's it. He tells you there are businesses in this city that need protection, not from criminals, but from other criminals. The ones who haven't paid for the right to operate. Your job is to be a signal. A cop car in the right place at the right time tells the whole neighborhood, this block is spoken for. You're not breaking the law, he says. You're just deciding where to stand. You take the paper. A year passes, then 2. You're pulling in $6,000 a month cash on top of your salary. You paid off your car. You moved into a better apartment. You bought your mom a washing machine. The assignments get bigger slowly. So slowly you barely notice the line moving. First it was parking on a block. Then it was losing a bag of evidence in the property room, misplaced during inventory. Then it was a witness statement that somehow didn't make it into the official report. You tell yourself the system was broken before you got here. You tell yourself the prosecutors cut deals anyway. You tell yourself good cops retire broke, while the people they arrest walk free. You're not wrong. That's the trap. The corrupt system makes it easy to justify being part of it. Then they ask you to do something you can't undo. A man is in county lockup, mid-level, but he knows names, knows routes. If he talks, people go down, including people connected to the money in your pocket. Your job is to visit him. You're a cop, so nobody stops you. You don't touch him. You don't have to. You sit across from him, and you recite calmly, quietly, the names of his children, the school his youngest goes to, the street his grandmother lives on. You tell him that accidents happen, that walls are thin, that loyalty protects families. He pleads out 2 days later, takes 8 years without naming a single name. You get a bonus. You drive home and sit in your parking lot for an hour. You don't go inside, you just sit there, in the dark, becoming someone you don't recognize. The promotion comes. Detective. Your handler, you've never seen his face, only know his voice, tells you detectives are the most valuable asset an organization can have inside a department. Patrol cops see things. Detectives decide what those things mean. Your first case as detective is a body. Alley behind a strip mall. 2 shots, close range. You know who did it before you arrive. You know because you got a text message at 2 a.m. with the address and 3 words, keep it cold. You work the case by the book, you knock on doors, you collect evidence, you interview witnesses, and then you write a report that says, No leads, no suspects, no cooperation from the community. Case goes cold. The family buries someone with no answers. You go home and watch TV. The second case is the one that changes your face in the mirror. A 17-year-old girl, wrong neighborhood, wrong night, stray bullet. Her parents are on every local news station. The chief promises results. The cameras are everywhere. You can't let it go cold, so you give them someone. A 20-year-old kid from the same neighborhood. Prior arrests, no convictions. Fits the description if you squint. You plant a weapon. You find a witness who suddenly remembers seeing him run. You coach the testimony just enough. He gets life. The real shooter moves to another city. The family thanks you at a press conference. You shake their hands and smile. That night, for the first time, you can't remember who you used to be. 5 years in, you're not just on the payroll. You are the payroll. You run 4 cops. You control which raids get executed and which get delayed long enough for the product to move. You approve which neighborhoods get heavy patrols and which ones get quiet nights when certain shipments are passing through. You've become the thing you told your family you were fighting. You remember your academy graduation. Your father in the third row, hands clasped, looking at you like you were something he was proud of for the first time. That man, the one your father looked at, is gone. The feds come on a Tuesday, professional, polite, asking routine questions about evidence handling. But their eyes aren't routine. Someone talked. Someone in the network, you don't know who, started trading names for deals. You wait. 3 weeks. A month. The knock doesn't come for you. It comes for 2 of your guys at dawn, cameras rolling, you're being squeezed. They want you to flip, to become a cooperating witness. Trade everything you know for a new name and a relocated family. You know what happens to people who flip. You've helped make sure some of them were never found. You stay, you go to work every day, you smile at the federal agents in the hallway. You wait. The case against your guys closes. Lesser charges, 5 years each. Cartel takes care of their families. You testified as a character witness. Sat 20 feet from a prosecutor who spent 2 years trying to put you away. Lied under oath without a single tell. He knows. You can see it. But knowing and proving are different things. You're still carrying a badge, still answering calls. 12 more years until retirement. 12 more years of envelopes and silence and living with what you've built. Late at night, you think about the kid doing life for something he didn't do. You think about the family who thanked you at that press conference. You check your account balance. The thoughts fade. You're not a good person. You stopped being one a long time ago, but you made it. And in the world you live in now, that's the only thing that matters. Somewhere tonight, a rookie cop just got handed his first test. $20, folded small, the cycle starts again. You were there.